Most trainers and health professionals think I've gone completely crazy when I first take them through this. They think it's not possible. I say to them, let's set up the engine that's going to have you signing on new customers and clients every week. And the truth is, this is much easier and simpler than so many people think. What this is really about is setting up the natural set of steps so that you're able to grow your following, and then what's going to turn that following into your customers and clients. Once you put everything in this episode into action, you're going to be able to grow your following of the exact right types of clients, the exact market that you want to go out to. Then secondly, you're going to be able to grow the relationships with them so they know, like, and then trust you. And then thirdly, you're going to have those natural set of steps set up so they're signing on board with you. This is so important because this is what's needed to be able to grow your fitness business, but importantly, this is going to take away the stress and frustration, really making sure that you break away from that time for money trap that I know can be so confusing because I was in it before as well. So this is really what you need to start to use right now. I'm Chris Dufay, a health and fitness business specialist, which pretty much means I show you exactly what's needed and what's proven to be able to build your dream fitness business. So one of the biggest problems that I continue to see with fitness trainers and health professionals is that they think that once someone lands on, let's say, their online personal training sales page, that they're just going to sign on board and you've got a new customer and client. It doesn't work like that anymore. What people need is they need to build a foundation of trust. They need to know and like what you're doing, and then you're able to take them through those set of steps so they're signing on. This is really the simple process that you just need to set up, especially because once we're able to set your sales funnel up, which is what this is, you're going to be able to focus on driving more traffic into the top of the funnel and then having more people, more customers and clients coming out of the bottom. Then this is really about knowing your numbers at the end of this. Knowing, let's say, once 100 people are able to see your offer, you know you're going to be signing on 5 clients a week. So then at the end of the week, your main aim is to pour more traffic in at the top, be able to get more people to know, like, and trust you, and you've got more business. Essentially, you're going to be having a lot of people that are slightly interested in what you're doing. This is really making sure that we turn those slightly interested people into raving fans of yours. And importantly, from everything that we've covered in the last episodes that was really about how to clear away from your competition, how to create the uniqueness so people really take notice of yourself, but then especially having the business model, that platform, that foundation that you're going to be able to really build upon, which gets away from the time for money trap, but gives you the ability to really make sure that you're doing 3 of the most important things with your business. And that is, you're able to produce the best quality results, the best experience with your customers and clients, which is something we can never sacrifice. Secondly, it's making sure we minimize the time that you're putting into the business, making sure you're able to build leverage and scale so you're focusing on only doing the work that you love. And then thirdly, it's being able to make sure that you maximize your profits, because you're here to build a business to be able to impact the people, but give yourself at the same time the lifestyle freedom that you want. Now, what I'm going to walk you through is a proven sales funnel that I'm using with numerous trainers around the world right now. This is a 4-step process that I'm going to walk you through. Firstly, there is the traffic. We're going to focus on how you're going to grow your following and drive traffic to the top of your funnel. Then the next 2 steps, steps number 2 and 3, are going to be an opt-in. This is going to be a low threshold and a high threshold opt-in. This is going to make sure that I can actually give you flexibility with where you want to take your business. Whether you want to have multiple different options, such as online personal training, a membership site, and even selling products, programs, nutrition, nutraceutical supplements, whatever it is, this is really being able to make sure that you can have that flexibility. And then fourth, it's actually going to be the consultation process. This is going to be how you're going to get people into your high ticket offer, into that real top end that you really want to drive people into, so you're doing the work that you love with them. So let's cover the first step right now, which is going to be driving traffic. This is the really important part of you being able to create content. The reason that content marketing is so powerful and so useful and is something that you just absolutely need to use is because you need to be able to build trust in people. And the only way that you're going to build trust, especially to be able to do it with big numbers, is that you need to be able to help them now. You need to be able to help where someone is right now, because then you're going to show them that you can help them in the future. And that means delivering great amounts of value. The content that you produce is going to be able to get done on articles, videos, audio, whatever it is that you think your number one strength is. And this is going to be placed on your website and even on your social media, making sure that you drive it together. Now, importantly, the way we're going to set up your content is it has to link over to your next two options, which is the steps 2 and 3, which is your low threshold and your high threshold opt-ins. Now, the topic of content creation is absolutely huge. I've shot hours and hours of coaching just on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a link below for you so you're able to click on through and get that bonus coaching. Because once you have the content production down, you're able to grow this organically, where it just grows over time once you've done it and you've done the work once, and it continues to reap rewards for yourself. Or then you can go down paid traffic such as Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever it is. We can cover those more advanced ninja steps later for you. What we really want to do now is get into the nitty-gritty of it. This is where we're going to be setting up the two different types of opt-ins. Firstly, the low threshold opt-in. This is going to be giving away an ebook, a video, a guide, a cheat sheet, a diet, a workout, whatever it is that you know your market wants and that you can create and give great value, give great help so they easily can consume it and they can get results from it. Importantly, this isn't about just getting the opt-in. This isn't about just getting someone's email. This is about giving them something that they can use, see the results, and know that you are the person for their real solution. Now, once someone has opted in for that low threshold, what you're going to be able to do is use multiple forms of contact. Once you've got their email, you can be sending them emails with just greater amounts of value, building that relationship. You can also use more advanced steps such as Facebook retargeting to give them ads going exclusively to what you know they're interested in. But don't get sidetracked. The whole aim of the low threshold opt-in, of that guide, the workout, the diet, whatever it is that you're creating, is just to be able to give great amounts of value and continue to build a relationship with them. Now we go on to the high threshold opt-in. This is where you're going to be able to take someone on board. Now remember, we're really trying to aim to bring someone into your high ticket offer. This is really bringing in, say, to your online personal training program. And the best way to make this happen is to make sure that you answer all their objections, you answer all their questions, and you can step them through the actual process of what you're going to be able to do for them, what the major benefits that they're going to be able to get, and what it's going to look like as they go through it. The aim of the high threshold offer could be, let's say, getting them in for a free personal training session. Now, the idea of this is to obviously to showcase to them what it is that you can do, actually giving them tangible results just like the low threshold opt-in, but really making sure that you have a greater contact and you can take the next steps with them after it. The aim of this is to get them into a face-to-face conversation. This is where you can give them the greatest amounts of value and make sure that they understand everything moving forward. Now, I know you want the more advanced steps, and that's why you're here with me. So I want to really supercharge this and give you the power of segmentation on top of this, really making sure that you're talking directly with the person so they really see you as the go-to trainer, the go-to professional, making sure that they come on board with you. Now, let's say, for example, you're a personal trainer that specializes in weight loss, which means you can have a very broad amount of people coming to you that want specific things, such as they want a diet or they want workout, but even into who they are, it could be males and females. So this is where you can segment and differentiate males and females so you can talk specifically to them. As what you say and how you say to a male is going to be completely different to a female. And this is where we can use those more advanced tactics of segmentation to make sure that you're doing that, and it's all on autopilot. So then let's start at the top of the funnel. You're going to be driving traffic. You're producing content. So you're producing content that's very specific for males. You're talking about the exact problems that a male's going to have to do with weight loss. Then you're talking about the females, the exact problems and the solutions that they're going to need to be able to get into the shape, look the way that they want. Then you have that low threshold opt-in, which could be a very specific guide, cheat sheet, diet, workout that we could do for the guys. Then you have the exact same, but you make it very specific for the ladies, which means when someone signs up into your list, which in previous episodes we've talked so importantly about building your email list, that means you're able to have direct emails talking to that person that is hyper specific to what they want. Because as we know, you're going to be talking very differently to a male or to a female. Now, this is where we can go even more advanced as well. Let's say, for instance, you send an email that could be just talking about weight loss, but you have two different links in there. One link is going off to a female weight loss page. The other link is going off into a male weight loss page. What you can actually have set up using easy marketing marketing automation software is that if they click on one of those links, let's say a female clicks on the female link wanting to see the content that you have to do with female weight loss, then they're going to be directed into a direct series of emails that is only talking about female weight loss. Now, you can see the great advantage of doing this. If a lady is wanting to lose weight and they've come to you semi-interested in what you're doing and what you're producing, but then if you start sending them content that's talking about what guys are going to want, she's going to be completely disinterested and you'll lose her. She'll unsubscribe, she'll stop following you, and you've done. But then if you flip that and you're talking to that person, which is female weight loss, and you're giving them only the content that she's going to want, that she's super interested in, you can see that she's going to see you as the solution to her problems, which means it clears away all the competition that you're going to have, and it makes the process so much easier to take those next couple of steps to signing on board with you. What's even better is we can take another advanced step from this as well. What if once she clicked on that page, she went and saw your female weight loss page, then she was only seeing Facebook ads and more content from you that was only talking about females. Now, I know this can get pretty freaky. You can really get super serious here on how you're starting to track people throughout the internet. So then that means you're sending all the females that are interested in female weight loss that have come to you initially, and you're able to build that relationship with them with only talking about female weight loss. And for the guys, you're doing the exact same for them. And this is just one method of segmentation that we've used as an example, Lee. There are multiple more. Now, another really great way to be able to build your business and to be able to build it fast, and this is what we really do when clients come on board, is we start breaking through bottlenecks. As your business, your online business especially, is going to have certain bottlenecks that once we break through them can make huge gains. So, for example, you're going to have bottlenecks such as how many people are starting to follow you. The second bottleneck is how many followers are actually signing on to your opt-ins. And then thirdly, how many people are opting in are actually going to and signing on board with you. Let's look at just these three basic bottlenecks right now. Let's say, for instance, you're growing a good following, your content's getting out there, people are seeing it, but they're not opting in, they're not taking the next step that you want them to take. So what we do is, if we're able to change that, let's say for every 100 people that see your content, you only are getting 5 people to take that next step. If we actually rework the wording that you're doing, the way that we've set that up, designed it to it's a high converting page, you're then going to be able to, let's say, at least go from 5 to 10 people, only an extra 5 people, which essentially has actually doubled the end result that you've been getting before. Then if we take the next step again, and let's say you've got 100 people on your email list, but you've only had 5 people sign on board for that. What again if we change the email messaging, the targeting that you've used, the wording that you've used, or even the program and offer to really make sure it's targeted for them, you're able to then double your business again, which means we've able to add 400% of your business just by going from an extra 5 people in that second bottleneck and an extra 5 people in that third bottleneck. And this can easily come about by using those segmentation methods that we were just talking about before, as when someone goes through those bottlenecks that you've currently got set up, what if you've used those retargeting methods? They're seeing content and ads just specific to what they're interested in. Now, this is going to really rattle some cages, and this is where I see so many entrepreneurs, business owners, and people trying to build an online business go so wrong. They're trying to look for the short-term result, and 100%, I understand you're looking for a quick result, but you can't lose focus on what the long-term success is for you as well. So this is where we need to design everything around, so you start signing clients up nice and quickly within the first couple of weeks, but you're also building upon what your business ultimately wants to look like. So to do this, the major question that you have to answer is, what is the main problems that your content that you're producing is going to solve? Because as you can see, the thread that is weaved all throughout this episode and the last 2 episodes has been the amount of value that you can produce. Are you talking the right message, directly needed, truthfully, to the people that you want on board as your customers and clients? Because if they're not interested in you, if you're not growing your following, they're not taking on those next steps, you're simply not doing your job. Now it's action time, and this is where you need to take the critical next steps and really follow through with it. What you need to do is just map out those simple set of steps. You can copy the 4-step formula that I've given you before, but simply let's answer these. How are you going to drive traffic? How are you going to build your opt-ins and build your email list? What's that offer that you're essentially going to get? How are you going to get people to your sales page, sales offer, or are you going to be having a consultation process like the example I gave you before? Once you've set up those simple set of steps, all you need to flesh out is how you're actually going to produce it. That's the quick and that's the interesting and fun part. This is where you get to use your skills and expertise. But importantly, where this really comes about is, and what I'm going to be showing you in the next episode, is your signature system. What is the delivery mechanism that is going to be getting the results with your customers and clients? Because I find too many trainers and health professionals, especially when they delve into the online world, they're just copying someone else. They're just creating another 12-week weight loss guide. Look, there's too many of those out there. What you really need to do is design what is going to get the customer that signs on board with you tomorrow and every day thereafter the best quality results. So I'm going to walk you through that process, because once we've gone through that process, you're going to see how we actually have created the whole sales system so everything's working together, and then you can focus on taking the next major steps. So in the next episode, I'm going to be walking you through how to create programs, how to create products, how to create memberships, even to your online personal training. But what you need to do now is go through, answer everything. Make sure that you join the Fitness Business Success Circle, that private group where you're going to be able to get access to myself helping you ask the questions and get the answers. Go, take charge, get it done, and I'll see you in the next episode.